inspection, and today I've been asked to introduce all our admins that coordinate this meeting and have the luck that we have the speakers that we do come and speak with us and educate us. So this morning, before we get started with Beef Wellington, we'd like to introduce our admins. And first and foremost, I'd like to introduce Jean Logan with Type 4 Title. Jean, do you have anything to share today?
Yeah, it's a crazy market, but it's great. It's busy. We've got lots of buyers. Ticor, we've got the algorithm that helps you find those that are looking to sell. So, you know, that's what I'm helping people do right now is find some sellers. We need inventory. We just don't have enough with all the buyers right now. So we're excited to hear Beef today. He's going to give us some great information. Always does. He never disappoints.
Wonderful.
No.
And then we also have Dwayne Sheffield with Choice Lending. Would you like to say anything, Dwayne?
I'm just thrilled to be here. I'm really excited. I finally get a chance to meet Beef, and him talking about some relatives of mine he knows is even more exciting. Just boosts my self-esteem through the roof. But other than that, I'm glad to be here. I want to move forward with our community and what we're trying to do with Hope and Cope. And with that being said, I'd like to introduce our one of our next admins, Denise Gianni.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you for your attendance here. My NHG is proud to be a part of this group, and we look forward to hearing what Beef has to say. He's a great speaker. I've seen him multiple times, and I've sponsored a couple events for him in Yucaipa. So welcome.
Wonderful. And then Melody, is Melody here today? I don't see Melody here today. Melody Kochek with Stone Creek Escrow is an admin. I don't think she could make it at this point yet. So with that said, I want to pass it on to Mishael Ondieki with Social Media Sensation. There you go, Mishael.
You got that right. Thank you very much.
Ondieki.
I'm assuming that most of you know me. My name is Mishael Ondieki. We have a software company, but we are now actually starting to do free IDX websites. We are not here. I'm not here to market. All I'm here to do is to introduce Beef Wellington. So I met Beef Wellington at some place. I was trying to learn how to speak. Boy, did I see stuff. So without saying much, let me just hand it over to Beef Wellington.
Okay, well, thank you, Mishael. I appreciate that. I'm going to call you Mish, because that makes it a lot easier.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I want to thank Denise and Jean, for those wonderful accolades. And yes, Denise, we've done a few events, and they were great. And I think the one in Yucaipa we did at the brewery, didn't we? Didn't we do it at a bar?
If it had Denise, yes.
Yes. I don't really remember that because I was so drunk the entire time. So I'm not even sure, And Gene, the title machine, that guy, is fantastic. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate you, everybody showing up here. Is there anybody here that's already drunk this morning? Because most of us have been drunk by about 10 a.m., right? Anybody hungover and drunk? Yeah, Dwayne, of course.
I'm surprised you put two hands
Dwayne's
up.
drunk and I'm drunk, and it's who's staying up until 3 a.m. every night? Okay, it's like and getting up at noon. What was the old? I got the old saying. It's like you out of Corona, you either should be a hunk, a monk, a drunk, or something else like that. I don't know. So I don't know what that's supposed to be.
It's in a funk. You could be in a funk and drunk.
Yeah, you can be a funk or a drunk.
Get out of your funk, and then you just get.
Then you smell like a skunk.
Some kind of unk. That's what you're going to be. I don't know about you guys, but who spent the first month of Corona doing absolutely nothing? That was great. I love that. And then it's like the second month, you're like, oh crap, I got to get something done here. Like, oh, this will be over by the second month. Here we are in like the 6th month. Oh, but I've been doing a lot of these Zoom calls. The quote for 2020 is, oh, sorry, you go ahead. Whoops, sorry, go ahead. Anyway, we're here to talk about real estate and what's going on. I'll share my screen in just a minute, but before I do, I want to go ahead and kind of give you a top line of what's going on. And much of this information, I've been on many Zoom calls, not only with other brokerages and other organizations like Women's Council of Realtors and all the other organizations, but also with Brian Stevens of the National Real Estate Post, great friend of mine, Dwayne's cousin, and a guy I rely on heavily for fantastic information. We've done some Zoom calls together. So with that being said, what's happening right now in real estate is, as just like Gene said, there's no inventory and there's lots of buyers. Now, here's what's going on. Why are there a lot of buyers? You would think that there wouldn't be a lot of buyers because everybody's sitting at home wondering if they're going to have a job later on. But there's a lot of buyers because the interest rates are where, Gene?
Well, that's Dwayne. He's the loan
Oh,
officer.
sorry. Right. No, hold on.
I'm hearing 2.5.
No, yeah, you're the title guy, man.
It's okay. I could ask Dwayne. I asked Dwayne. He's the mortgage guy, but I want accurate numbers, so I'm going to ask Gene, so he's the title guy. Sorry.
Yeah.
My-
You got the-
Machine action.
Yeah, 2.5. 2.5.
Two and-
That's what I'm
Two and a
hearing.
half?
Yeah.
Dwayne, is that on a 15 year? Or is that on a 30?
You know, that's probably on a 14 year. I haven't. These 2.5. The way they splatter these rates nowadays is just phenomenal. It's like they don't have a knowledge, the normal buyer, how much that's going to cost them.
Yeah.
You know, when it hits the market, it's like, hey, you see that advertisement. Well, I called the lender today and they said their rates are 2.5. Well, okay. Well, there's certain price adjustments, and any advertising rate is never the actual rate you're going to get. And if you do, you're probably paying a pretty penny for it. So that being said, where are the buyers? Well, I mean, not the buyers, but the listings. I would think that in my crystal ball that there's probably going to be some more listings here in 3 months or so. Come around election time.
Good point. That is a great. That's exactly what I wanted Dwayne to say. Because here's what's going on, and I've been consulting with a lot of mortgage people as well as people like Brian Stevens and everything else like that. So here's what's happening. The mortgage rates are at all-time lows. So what does that do? That brings out all the buyers, even people who aren't making money right now, if they have equity in their existing home. This is the difference between 2008 and now. In 2008, nobody had equity, so it was foreclosure market because people were like, I don't care about my house. I'm $100,000, down. I'm $100,000 underwater. Well, that's not the case now. People have $50,000, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 in their homes these days, so they're not going to take these foreclosures. So what's happening is people are like, hey, interest rates are low. Let's leverage the money we have in the house, buy something else, move up or whatever. And that's where all the buyers are coming from. Now, why are there no sellers? Well, if you were looking to sell your house, would you do it right now? Anybody?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's top of the market. They're getting multiple offers, driving the prices up.
Exactly. Driving the prices up. It's the top of the market. With all due respect, I disagree. I think we are on this kind of an incline. So we never know in the top of the market. Are they getting multiple offers? 100%. Is the prices going up? 100%. So if I'm thinking that, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and sit on my house until this Corona thing is over. The economy and the country recovers. And when that happens, prices go up even more, and then I'll sell because that is what I'm going to be thinking is the top of the market. So I'm on an incline right now. So that's why we have no inventory, and that's why we have multiple offers because the interest rates are low, so all the buyers are coming out, but all the sellers are like, this is kind of a fun little game I'm playing here. Now, speaking of that, here's what has happened in the last 3 months. All the iBuyers, and we're going to talk about them today, all the iBuyers within a couple weeks of the Corona COVID thing coming out, all of them suspended all iBuying, both Opendoor, Zillow in California, as well as Redfin Now, not Redfin Regular, but Redfin Now, their iBuying platform, as well as in other states, places like OfferPad and other things, they suspended it within 3 weeks of that happening. The biggest iBuyer in the country, which is, as you know, Opendoor, even bigger than Zillow when it comes to the iBuying world, announced brand new products as they launched back into the iBuying. And what they did is they launched a completely virtual, completely touchless process of getting a cash offer on your house if you are a seller. No realtor needed, no title agent needed, no mortgage lender needed, nobody needed. Now, I want to be real clear about this because when we start talking about iBuyers, a lot of the title people, a lot of the warranty people, a lot of the mortgage people, all the LOs rather, oh, well, that's going to affect the realtors. Oh, no. I'm going to show you today out of Richard Barton's own mouth. I'm going to show you a 1-minute video by Richard Barton where he is saying the following thing. He is saying, folks, we're not just going after the home buyer and home seller. We're not just going after controlling the entire transaction with no realtor on either side. No, no, no. We're going after lending. We're going after home warranty. We're going after title. We're actually going after in-home communications. We're going after the moving services. He says there's a hub, the house becomes a hub of many other profitable transactions.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you that. So everybody on this call is in the sights of Richard Barton and Zillow. So with that being said, what happened is, to preempt Zillow, Opendoor came out with its new product of a touchless offer, no realtor needed, and a new product, which has been very controversial because nobody really understands how it works. It's called Home Reserve. Now, Home Reserve is a product, well, if you need to buy a house, okay, you need to sell yours, so you're contingent, tell you what, no problem. We'll allow you to go ahead and make a cash offer on the house you want and get that house under contract, so now it's yours. And we'll go ahead and put the cash up in advance, knowing that you're going to sell your existing house to us if you can't do it more profitably somewhere else, which you can't because you want your new house and the contract's going to expire. So that's a whole new way of looking at it. And Opendoor came out with that product as well to preempt the other iBuyers out of the market, which is very, very scary. So what happened is this whole pause that all the iBuyers did in the market is now completely gone. What they did is, okay, we're going to, and some of these people furloughed half their staff. But let's be realistic. These are websites. They don't really have that big a staff to start with. So it's very easy for them to start right back up again. So with that being said, let me go ahead and show everybody. So anybody who hasn't seen me speak before with Brian or anybody else like that, let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with everybody. So I can go ahead and show you exactly what's going on. So I think you'll find this very, very interesting. So let me go ahead and start with this. Okay. So we're going to call this, and by the way, for anybody that would like to get more Career Compass training, and we have lots of groupies that just love our stuff, you can go right to thecareercompass.com, The Career Compass, 3 words, thecareercompass.com. And what we did is all the way through April and all the way through May and half of June, every single day of the week, we did a 30-minute Career Compass techniques training on different subjects every single day. And there's 75 different podcasts, and they're all available right on our website to anybody. You can go and watch them, and you'll just get your fill of me and you get sick of me. Okay. It's a lot like all my ex-wives. So with that being said, I'm
With that being
kidding.
said,
I'm kidding. I've only been married 4 times. That 5th one and 6th one was Vegas, and that has annulled. And then the other one was Mexico, and that doesn't count. Okay?
were you with Brian on one of those?
Yes, Brian was on one of those. That's right. It was a hangover. It totally was. No, I'm kidding, folks. I've only been married once. Now I just lease. So, look, I'm totally kidding, folks. I'm totally kidding. My wife and I were happy for 20 years. We really were. And then we met. So
Yeah.
he's just so
90
offensive. I can't
day-
stand this guy.
90-day fiance, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you
you
go. Now
go,
you know
man.
I am the guy everybody loves to hate. So, all right. So this is Corona with Career Compass. We did 75 of these things. So they're all recorded on our website. Now, for those of you who do not know what an iBuyer is versus a discounter, which amazingly, even learned people don't know the difference, because here's what's going to happen. If you're a realtor, you're going to get asked 3 questions by any home seller, and 90% of all realtors cannot answer these 3 questions. Number 1, gee, Mr. Great or Mrs. Great Realtor, you're an awesome realtor from an awesome brokerage, and I should really list with you, but I've been hearing so much advertising because they have $1 million advertising budgets. I've been hearing so much advertising about these iBuyers and these discounters that'll do it over here and do it over here, like Rex Realty and Zillow and all this kind of stuff. What's the difference, Mr. Realtor, between an iBuyer and a discounter? 90% of you blank stares. In fact, 90% of you will say, oh, they're the same thing. They couldn't be more different. They're completely opposite of each other. But 90% of realtors goes, oh, they're the same thing. Or the realtor will say this, well, those discounters and those iBuyers, they're cheaper, but I'm better. No, don't ever say that the rest of your life. Ever, 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 ever say that. First off, it's not true. It's not true at all. Okay. And second off, okay, you just gave away all your value. You just said, oh, they're cheaper, but I'm better. And you know what? Don't ever say that, because you just lied. They're not cheaper. They only say they're cheaper. We'll talk about that. Now, if you're one of the realtors that can discuss and can give me the difference between an iBuyer and a discounter, okay? So let's say that you are that one realtor. So, oh, I see. So an iBuyer is a company that actually takes possession of the actual house and then buys it or sells it to somebody else. I see. And a discounter is just a traditional brokerage without brick and mortar that discounts their commission. Oh, I see. So if that's being the case, Mr. Realtor, what is the difference specifically between Open Door, which I'm considering going with, and Rex Realty out of LA? I don't know. 90% of all realtors can't answer that question. And the third question, because you need to be able to show them exactly the differences between those companies, and not just the difference between those companies, but the difference between those companies and you. Okay. And the third question is, Mr. or Mrs. Realtor, can you, this is your entire career on a silver platter right here, right? Can you numerically, not gee whiz, I work really hard for my commission and I'm worth every dime of my commission and I knew your father and all this crap nobody cares about. No, not that. Okay. Can you show your value in this format? Can you show them on a piece of paper or the spreadsheets that we give you at the Career Compass? We do all the work for you. It's brilliant stuff. Can you show that seller that you could put more money in their pocket, even including your commission, than an iBuyer does, even though they're doing it for free? Can you do that numerically? If you can, congratulations, you are ready for the future. If you can't, ready? You are a blockbuster, and I'm going to talk about that today. Here we go. Here's the difference between an iBuyer and a discounter. Now, Open Door is the number one biggest iBuyer in the country, followed by OfferPad. Okay, we also have Redfin Now, not Redfin, Redfin Now. Redfin Now is a completely different division of Redfin that is an iBuyer, and they're completely different than the regular 3% or 1% product that Redfin offers. Completely different. And we also have Zillow. Now, I'm going to show you a 15-second video, right? And this video is what every single one of your customers who you rely on for your income has been seeing on every social media platform, every television station, every radio station, okay, Sirius XM, everything. Here's what everybody's saying.
When Zillow buys your home, life gets a little less stressful because you can sell without repairs and choose your closing date, giving you more time for the things you love. Visit Zillow to request your free offer.
Okay. Was everybody able to hear that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That doesn't just affect you, because here's what happened. Here's the two things that you thought when you saw that. Even though they didn't say two things, this is a well-designed commercial. They made you think two things that you didn't even know you were thinking. Number one, you thought, oh, I can sell my house for top dollar without repairs because they said you can sell without repairs. Did you not think that? You absolutely did. Because here's why. Selling without repairs means selling for the value of my house without making any repairs, even though that's not true. Anybody can sell your house without repairs, but you're going to take a hit on the price, aren't you? Of course you are. Okay. Well, the kids these days, the millennials, the end of Western civilization as we know it, okay, these geniuses, okay, these idle geniuses with their man bun. Okay. You know what? If you're a millennial, here's the thing. You're not going to be the worst generation in the world. You're not, because your kids are sitting around eating Tide Pods. So, with that being said, these millennials, okay, here's what they think. Oh, I can sell grandpa's house with no repairs, so I don't have to do anything. They like that the best. I assure you they like that the best. I'm not saying they're lazy. No, not at all. Okay. But point being, is there any millennials on this call?
I don't think so.
I'm seeing, by the way, I'm seeing a whole bunch of people on Facebook. I'm hoping that they aren't, but I see most of them. I recognize their.
Yeah, hey, millennials, come on over here and talk to me. Come on, bring it on.
Come on.
Yeah. These millennials like, hey, I can sell my house without repairs. This is great. I love this. And the other thing that you thought when you saw that commercial, okay, is what? You thought it was commission free because he clicked that cell phone, that little, should we say, it's not really a cell phone. There's a new name for cell phones these days. It's called adult pacifier, because that's what it does. So they click their adult pacifier, okay? And that means there's no commission in their mind. Zillow didn't say either of those things, but that's what they thought. So that's what an iBuyer is. Now, what is a discounter? A discounter is companies like Really, okay? Okay, it was a company out of San Francisco that got its start on the show Shark Tank. And by the way, if you think that these iBuyers and discounters aren't coming after the high-end products, guess again, Really, this company called Really, I mean, they got started in San Francisco, and a starter home in San Francisco, a $2.5 million starter home in San Francisco is a condo on the bottom floor, dripping with no carpet. So they can go into any market they want. So that's a company that's been exploding in popularity. Okay. Also, the regular Redfin product where they list your house for 1%. But by the way, they'll only list it for 1% if you agree in the contract to buy your next house with them at full commission. That's a key thing that they don't discuss. And at our seminar, we get into Redfin in detail on how to beat them coming and going. If there's any Redfin agents, sorry. Now, Rex Realty, that's the one out of LA that I was talking about. They do not put the house on the MLS, and they do not use realtors. They advertise the house on their website and social media. And so you wouldn't even, if you're a buyer's agent, you wouldn't even know that the house is for sale. You could be driving by the house, and your buyer's like, hey, how come you didn't know about that house? It's being sold by someone called Rex. It's my dream home. I want that house. Go get it for me. You can go to Rex and say, hey, Rex, will you pay me a commission? No, realtor, we will not pay you a commission under any circumstances. So if you want if you want to bring your buyer to us, you have to go to your buyer and get your commission out of them in addition to the house price. How many of your buyers would do that? Very few. So that's basically what that is. Now, what I'm going to show you right now, okay, is that video I was talking about, and then I'll unshare my screen and we can kind of talk face to face. But I want everybody to see this, because here is the future of this business. Both lending, mortgage, okay, title, real estate, home warranty, and everything else like that. Here's the future. And why we need to learn this is because we need to bring value we've never brought before. And then I'm going to show you that too. So let me show you this real quick. Ready?
All right.
Now, who here knows what Blockbuster is? Anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Used to be a video.
Used to be.
Videos.
Okay. Now, what about, anybody know what Netflix is?
Yes.
Yes.
Live stream
Netflix,
movies.
did Netflix kill Blockbuster?
Not really.
Not really. Blockbuster killed Blockbuster. Let me show you exactly how. In 1985, the first Blockbuster was opened in Dallas. Over the next 2 decades, the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, it became an $18 billion company, okay? And it was finally bought and then sold by Viacom. In 1997, Netflix was founded, and they ignored it. But here's what happened. In 2000, when Netflix started to get really, really popular, Blockbuster had the opportunity to buy Netflix for $50 million, and they said no. Here's why. They said, we're the biggest company. Nothing's going to happen to us. We have a perfect model. People will always want to do the following. They'll always want to get dressed, drive to a store, find the movie out of stock, pick something else they don't really want to see because they don't want to waste the trip, okay? They don't want to wait in line. They don't want to be embarrassed by what they're renting, because most of us rented porn, okay? And they don't want to pay more, sign a contract for its return, have it sit in the car for days past the return date, pay a huge late fee when they finally take it back, okay, and make 2 trips for 1 movie they never wanted to see. Blockbuster filed bankruptcy in 2010. How's your Netflix stock doing these days? Anybody?
Really good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really good.
So we know about Netflix and we know about Blockbuster. How about Uber? Did Uber kill the taxi business? No.
Nope.
Not being able to give fair estimates did, and convenience. Did Apple kill the music industry? No. Being forced to buy full-length albums. You millennials don't even know what a full-length album is. Okay. Did Amazon kill the retailer? No. Poor customer service did. Airbnb isn't killing the hotel industry. Limited availability and pricing is, and I'll say this till I'm blue in the face, and this is right out of Brian Stevens' mouth, the man and the myth himself. Online platforms are not going to kill real estate. Here's what is going to kill real estate. Low information, low value, and low expertise realtors. Now you're probably thinking, well, I'm not a low value and low information, low expertise realtor. Well, could you answer the 3 questions that I gave about 20 minutes ago? Could you answer what the difference is between an iBuyer and a discounter? Can you give me a detailed description of those different companies and how they differ from each other and you? And number 3, can you numerically show me how you can put more money in my pocket than an iBuyer, even including your commission, even though they're doing it for free? If you can, guess what? You are a high value realtor. If you can't, you are a Blockbuster. Because technology is not the disruptor. Not being customer centric and not providing new value is the biggest threat to any business. Now, here's that video that I was talking about when Richard Barton is talking about every single person's future on this call.
And I basically likened the transition, the kind of market expansion that Zillow is going through right now, where we've got this huge, profitable incumbent business with this trusted brand. And we're saying, all right, there is a technology disruption happening, and we've got to be the ones to build the bridge across the chasm and get to the other side. And that's why we are going so hard and so aggressively, but in a prudent way, at the new opportunity, and it's going extremely well.
Do you think even further a step forward about other avenues you could go into with mortgages, other aspects?
Yeah, it turns out that the house transaction is the hub of a series of really big, important, and potentially profitable transactions. Getting the mortgage, the title, the escrow, moving, telecommunication services, all this happens and changes and is keyed off of the house transaction. And we are making investments in most of these businesses, specifically mortgages, title, and escrow right now, and creating an integrated digital platform so that one day, the dream is that we dream one day of you having kind of almost a trade-in experience with your house, where you're standing in a house, a Zillow offers house that we own. You've been there 15 times. You've let yourself in with the Zillow app. We know who you are and where you live. We've already have a mortgage ready to go. We have an offer ready for your house when you're ready to transact, and you, with one click, can decide to move.
Did everybody hear that? He just described every person's future on this call. He basically, here's what he said: there's a technology disruption happening. We need to be the bridge to bridge the chasm. They created the technology disruption, and now they're bridging it. So the old saying is, find a need and fill it. They didn't find a need and fill it. They created the need and then filled it. And that's a big, big problem. That guy right there just described exactly what everybody's future is going to be. Now, here's some key things that he said. He said this: we have this big, established, trusted brand. So, forget about companies like Remax, forget about Coldwell Banker, forget about Century 21 that, created the gold jacket, forget about Berkshire Hathaway. No, forget any of these companies. We're now the trusted name in real estate. That guy right there said in an interview, with Brad Inman himself of Inman Connect, he said, we are the real estate industry. Richard Barton said that Zillow is the real estate industry. Now, that would be the equivalent of Tom Brady of the Patriots saying, I am realist, or I am football. I'm the whole game of football. Do you think the NFL would have a problem with that? They'd have a huge problem with that. But that guy right there said Zillow is the real estate industry. Now, who is the NFL in our business? This little thing called NAR, National Association of Realtors. What did you hear from NAR in response to Richard Barton saying that Zillow is the industry? Not one single peep, not one. It was so amazing to me that their hands have been so tied, so helpless, and so unable to do anything for the real estate industry against these iBuyers that have been happening for 3 years. But as soon as COVID came up, they were so effective and so successful at lobbying the federal government to make realtors an essential business. Isn't that coincidental? I'll go ahead and let you just think about that one for a while. So here's he said, we're the trusted brand. We're profitable. That statement right there was a call out to all the investors who own stock in Zillow, which Tom Ferry is one of them, by the way. How about prudent? Buy our stock because we're prudent, but we're profitable and we're digital. Oh, don't worry about realtors. Don't worry about these carbon-based people. You don't need that anymore. Oh, no. All you need is a digital experience where you don't have to talk or see anybody. And guess what? We know who you are. We've been tracking you. We know exactly who you are. You've been to our house 15 times. We have a mortgage set up for you. We have title set up for you. You let yourself in without a realtor. And with just a click, it's a trade-in experience where you could simply trade your house in for a better house, all through Zillow. No realtor needed, no MLS needed, no car needed, no NAR needed, no title company needed, no lender needed, no nothing. And here's what he said that was the key point. It is a hub of a series of very profitable transactions. Now that is the future of real estate right there. So what do realtors have to do? Realtors have to make sure that the value we bring is value that that customer wants, because we haven't been doing that for many years. Most customers go, well, I'm selling my house, so I better call a realtor. Ugh. You know what the number one complaint is of people who have bought or sold a house. They say, I really loved buying my new house. I really love selling my house, but I wish I could have done it without a what? Anybody? I wish I could have done it without a realtor. Number one comment. That's a big problem. We no longer represent value in the customer's mind. We represent something that they have to do. And what Zillow is doing is offering them an alternative. Just like Amazon offered an alternative to going to the mall. How are the malls doing these days? They are dying on the vine. So here's what you need to do during Corona to make sure that you provide tremendous value, okay? Absolutely. Every single realtor needs to do this. And for all you title people out there, all you lenders out there, hey, use Career Compass as your resource to bring training to realtors. That's where you can provide value. If you train realtors to bring more value, they'll do more deals. If they do more deals, they're going to do more deals with you, okay? And every single person on this call, just like Mish, okay, can use Career Compass as much as you want. Many people already do. Okay, we were talking about Denise. She already did many events with us. So feel free to do that all you'd like. Okay. So here's the thing: if you're a realtor, the first thing that you absolutely need to do, if you're going to be a real estate professional, is contact your database and make sure they know you're still alive. And guess what? Most of us aren't doing a whole lot anyway. So contact at least 5 people in your database every single day. And you know what? You're an essential business. So if they're staying at home, you can help them out if you need to. Contact your database, ask them how they're doing, how are the kids, contact your database, give them a call. And I don't mean through text, and I do not mean through email. I mean a personal call so they hear your voice. Number 2, you must, and I would say this is the most important one, you must, under no uncertain circumstances, you must increase the skills that you have. I don't care if you've been a realtor for 50 years. It doesn't matter. Here's why. The skills and the value that you have brought are skills and value that were valuable in the past. Are you a realtor that's valuable in the future or in the past? Most of us are relying on the value we brought in the past, and that value is now free in the mind of the customer thanks to Zillow and Opendoor. You must increase your skills. We do that every single day, and we did it on our podcast every single day, and we do it for 2.5 straight days at the Career Compass Seminar. If there's anybody here that has not been to a Career Compass Seminar, it is absolutely imperative that you go to one. It is the future of your business, and I don't care if you're a realtor or a lender or a title person, you must know this information. I mean, if it's good enough for Brian Stevens to come to it 8 times last year, it's good enough for anybody. Dwayne, would you agree with that? Yes.
I think it probably took him 8 times to get it through his head what you were saying probably.
Number 3, you must learn to beat iBuyers. 95% of all realtors cannot beat iBuyers in a listing presentation. Career Compass is the number one, by far. I mean, more than anybody else, by far, the number one company teaching realtors to beat iBuyers. Last year, we did a class called How to Beat iBuyers. We did it over ready for this? We did this thing over the last 2 years. We've done it 500 times. 500 times in 2 years. That's unbelievable. That is more lunch and learns than all of our other competitors combined. Okay, and we taught that 500 times in all of 2018 and 2019. No one even comes close. So you must learn how to do that. Number 4, you must define your hunting area. Wellington, what's a hunting area? Well, who here has a farming area? Well, you don't have a farming area because we're not farmers. We're hunters. We go out and find our prey. You must learn what your hunting area is and absolutely learn to dominate it. I mean, if you are not the number one realtor in a specific area that you have designated as your hunting area, you are literally lost in this business. And it's not hard to do, but most realtors do not know how to do that effectively. And the last thing, and I cannot stress this enough, the future of your business, if you do not know the 7% technique and the 7% extreme technique, you are walking away from the number one way in the history of real estate to not only beat every other realtor in the entire world in a listing presentation, but also beat the iBuyers, put more money in the seller's pocket, put more money in your pocket, more money in the buyer's agent's pocket. The 7% technique in this state, in the state of California, is literally a revolution. In fact, the Career Compass is known more for the 7% technique than all the other techniques we've got. And we've got 112 of them. Can you believe that? It's unbelievable. You must learn the 7% technique like the back of your hand. The agents who have learned this technique and learn to master it are crushing their competition and having volume that's unbelievable. Ralph Muncaster is a perfect example. He works in Carlsbad, a few expensive houses there. Okay, this guy, the other realtors in his area are literally shaking their head, wondering how he's doing what he's doing. He is selling houses for record prices in their neighborhoods and for record amounts and in record time using this technique. Most of you, your default assumption is I have to cut my commission. You do not. And by the way, most of you think that cutting your commission puts more money in the seller's pocket, which is a lie from the pit of Hades, ladies and gentlemen, an absolute lie. Cutting your commission takes money out, okay, of the seller's out of the seller's pocket, and we will show you exactly why. I know it's very counterintuitive, but the last thing that you need to do is ever cut your commission, because if it's all about price, the iBuyers win. If it's all about value, we win. So those are the 5 things you must do during the Corona COVID time period, okay? And you can learn all of this right on our website, and it's all free, or you can come to the Career Compass seminar, which I will spend 30 seconds doing. And many of you are Career Compass members. In fact, most of you are. And you're wondering when we're going to get back to the seminar. Well, as you guys know, we do a seminar once a month, every single month in the state of California, which is more than Brian Buffini, Tom Ferry, and Mike Ferry put together. And we do them in locations like this. And we have all of these locations scheduled in the next year, to as soon as Gavin Newsom in his infinite wisdom allows us to get back to these seminars, which looks like will be the end of September. So we got Pechanga Resort and Casino, Universal Studios, Pasadena. We have the Anaheim Convention Center, San Diego in the Gaslamp area. Talk about drunk, okay? Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, Fisherman's Wharf, Napa Valley, and we also have Sacramento and Santa Clara if you just want to be bored the whole time. Just kidding. Nice towns, nice towns. Anyway, we have one of these locations every single month of the year, more than anybody else. Here's how it works, guys. It is the best real estate success seminar in the history of the world. Proven, unbelievable. We have the highest customer satisfaction rate of any seminar in the history of California. 97% of all the people that come to our seminar either love it or either thought it was great or it was the best seminar they've ever been to. And the other 3% I think are still at the open bar, which by the way is one of the reasons to come to our seminar, because we have an open bar. Yes, we do. Free drinks. There you go. For all you drunks, free drinks. So not only is it the best real estate seminar you'll ever go to, guaranteed, but while you're there, effortlessly, painlessly, because you're a Career Compass member, you actually get your license renewed with a company called 45 Hours Online, who works for us, that is our affiliate. So just for being a Career Compass member, you get your license renewed, and you get it renewed for free for life. So here's how it works. You now get to come back after you've gone to our seminar once. You become a Career Compass member for life, for free, forever. So you go to our seminar, you get great training, you renew your license either at the seminar, before the seminar, after the seminar, whatever you want to do. And then once you're a Career Compass member, you get to come back to our seminar for free for the rest of your real estate career. It is lifetime success training and lifetime renewals of your license through our affiliate for free for the rest of your career. There's nothing else like it anywhere in the industry. So free renewals, great training, and training always changes, always new stuff, new speakers. You do not need to wait, by the way. If you have 3 years to renew until your renewal, or 2 years until your renewal, or 4 years, it doesn't matter. You can come to our seminar now, and the renewal that you get for being a Career Compass member at or before or during our seminar counts for your next renewal, regardless of how far away it is. So for example, if I've got 3 years to renew, I can come to the seminar now and get my renewal, and I will have the renewal done that I need in 3 years. So that one's already done. So now I'm really renewed for 7 years, aren't I? So you do not have to wait. Okay, and you also get a CMPS designation. Now, for those of you who know, the average cost of an average seminar in our industry, okay, if you went to Brian Buffini, Tom Ferry, Mike Ferry, Craig Proctor, they're all great guys. I mean, who here's ever been to Brian Buffini? He's a great guy, okay? Tom Ferry's a great guy. Mike Ferry's a guy, and there's also a lot of other people out there. The average cost to go to a seminar that has none of the benefits that ours has is about $500, and they're probably going to sell you coaching. They're coaching companies. However, for a lifetime membership at the Career Compass, lifetime, it's a one-time cost of $195, and that's one time for life, forever. You never pay again, and you get to come back to our seminar for free forever. By the way, who here is married? Anybody? To somebody else? Anybody married? Yeah. All right. If you want to bring your spouse or your assistant, you can get them a lifetime membership for half price because you're adding them to you. For you single people, don't worry. We'll find you a spouse at the open bar. Now, is it tax deductible? Of course it is. Okay. All you do is go to thecareercompass.com, thecareercompass.com. For those of you who have already been to our seminar, if you do not have the greatest hits, which is the second product that we sell, and we only have 2 products, the membership and the greatest hits. This is actually a recording. It's the most successful, #1 selling recorded realtor success training in the history of California. What this is 112 different real estate techniques that we teach at our seminar and in our Lunch and Learn classes. And by the way, you get to create a profile for yourself right on our website if you have those. So it's pretty cool. So what you do is you go to thecareercompass.com, 3 words, thecareercompass.com, and you can get your lifetime ticket. Those are your greatest hits if you want those. All you'll ever need is a Career Compass membership for a one-time payment of $195 for free forever. And it's everything you'll ever need to be a successful realtor forever, for free, including open bar forever. For those of you who are wondering, can you just go to the open bar at every seminar? Yes, you can. So I'm going to go ahead and unshare my screen so I can open it up to questions. There's always questions about the Career Compass. The most common question I get from doing the presentation is, can you only come to the seminar once a year? Or can you come anytime you want? And the answer to that is you can come anytime you want. We do 12 seminars a year, 1 every single month. And as a Career Compass member, you can come back to any seminar for free for life. And that's the first question I get. Any questions about what we talked about today? Either you're all muted or I did a really good job, one of the two, I'm not sure.
While you guys are thinking about your questions, what do you think about Beef Wellington? I told you it was going to blow your minds away.
And it's okay. You can say he's insane and you'll still be correct.
All right. Guys, go ahead and unmute yourselves. Most of you, Jean, we can't hear you. You're muted. Art, you're unmuted as well. Dan, you're muted. And
Oh, you left me speechless, Beef. I appreciate you being here. Very outspoken, and you tell it like it is. I definitely took some notes. I'm going to throw them back at Brian and see if he remembers. But
a lot of that is his stuff, so he'll remember. I tell you, he steals from me, and I steal from him regularly. I tell you, I love that guy. I tell you, I really do.
Yeah. He's a riot, and I can't wait to see him again. And he keeps wanting to invite me up to wine country up there, and I got to get up there and sometime visit him and his family. But awesome, just awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. And if you see him, tell him I said hi, and maybe we get him as a speaker in one of our future events here pretty soon. That'll
Absolutely.
be cool.
I'm texting. I'm texting him again right now. And I'm like, Brian, where are you?
Yeah, I got his phone number. I haven't called him yet.
Look at this. Look what he said. He goes, "Ugh, I'm in jammies right now." Hey, Brian, it's only noon. Get out of your pajamas.
He was up at 4 o'clock in the morning doing his movie. I mean, doing his thing, and then he goes back to bed, right?
That's funny.
yes.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
How much, I'm a member already for the one-time membership already. I was never able to go to the meetings yet.
Oh.
But how much are the greatest hits cost?
During COVID, we actually marked them down to $295. And here's what you get. You get not only the greatest hits, but every time we come up with a new tool or technique, we actually send it to you automatically for free for life. So it's all the discs, it's all the downloads, it's a flash drive, and it's also a little credit card size flash drive that has a whole program on it. And there's tons of stuff on it, all the way from all the techniques as well as a DVD that actually is body language specifically for realtors, and it is really popular. So it's great stuff. So on our website, you can actually get that for $295, and that again is a one-time payment. You get that, and you actually get all the tools and techniques for free, for life, forever, and it's never another charge. So great question. Thank you. And then you can get that right on our website, thecareercompass.com.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you do systems too, or are you just strictly techniques?
Well, here's the thing. That's a very good question. let me explain what a system is. A system is basically a series of techniques put together. That's basically a system. Okay. So what we do instead of taking an obligatory system and basically selling it to you and making you do this, like many of the trainers do. I don't want to mention any names, Tom Ferry, Mike Ferry, but instead of forcing a certain system on you, okay? Because here's the thing: is most of the seminars you go to, the trainer will go, "There's only one way to be successful in real estate. You must cold call 8 hours a day." I don't want to mention any name, Mike Ferry, but point being, one way. So we don't do that. Here's what we do. We give you 100 different techniques. You take the techniques that you like, that fit your personality, and we do the personality direction so you'll know a lot about yourself and a lot about your customers. It's brilliant stuff. So instead of pushing a certain system on you, we give you all the tools and techniques to pick and choose the techniques that you like to create your own system that's customized just to you. No other training has this. It's brilliant stuff. It's amazing, because basically what a system is a certain number of techniques put in a series that you do over and over again. That's a system. So instead of us telling you, here's a system you need to do, when in most cases, it's not going to be what you want to do, we allow you to take different techniques and put them together yourself. So you actually have a customized, personalized system that you create from our techniques that always is personal to you, works in your market for you, based on your personality, based on your goals, based on your experience, and based on your niche market. It is the best way to figure out how to be a millionaire real estate agent. I'm sorry, was that too long of an answer?
No.
How do I find out if I'm a Career Compass member? I did sign up a long time ago. So does it last for a lifetime?
That is what lifetime ticket means. Yes, unless you died and came back with reincarnation, you are still a Career Compass member. So once you're a member, once you pay the $195, which you probably did, most people. I mean, guys, let me put it this way: there are more Career Compass members in the state of California than non-members. Let's put it that way. I mean, who would not do it? I mean, for that kind of money, and you get your license renewed for free forever. You get the open bar, you get the training, you get everything for free forever. I mean, it's crazy. It should be mandatory for every realtor. So if you were a Career Compass member at one time, you're still a Career Compass member for life, for free, forever. If you want to check on your membership, right on our website, there's a little button that says "Contact Us." You just write us a little note, and we'll say, "Oh my gosh, Gabriella, oh my gosh, you are a member. Where have you been all of our lives? How come you haven't been to our seminar? You can come back for free anytime you want. We've been drinking and toasting to you."
There you go.
Okay, sounds good. I want to go to the next meeting.
I do too. Hopefully it'll be in September. Okay. If not September, October. As soon as Gavin Newsom allows us to do the seminar, you come to it. It's free for you to come back. You'll have the time of your life. Most people come to the seminar kind of reluctant about what they're going to get, and they leave. They're like, "That is so much better than anything I've ever thought I was going to get out of it." The only problem with our seminar is you have to get past my offensive jokes. So if you can put up with me, you'll have a great time.
Always have a great time with you, Beef. It's going to be awesome, man.
So in September, what city is going to be the seminars?
Okay, in September, okay, for those of you in front of your computer, if you can do this, please do it. In September, if you go to thecareercompass.com, okay, and hit the seminar tab. So basically, if you're on there, you'll see our website, and you'll see a tab that says seminars. Okay, now those seminars that you'll see, now they are of course subject to change because of Gavin Newsom, but in September we will be starting back at the Anaheim Convention Center on September 25th. Please, everybody on this call, if you are anywhere even near the state of California, please come to that seminar. You'll have the time of your life. It's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be great. So I want everybody to be there. I'm going to talk Mishael into coming. So Mishael, you have to be there. I'm going to bring you up on stage and let everybody make fun of your accent. Which is always, yes. Okay.
Gotta do that, man.
I got to make fun. I make fun of everybody, so I got to make fun of him too. So
absolutely.
So yeah, I got to make fun of Mishael. So if you are, I don't know where everybody lives, but if you're anywhere near, Southern California, even Northern California, come down and come to the seminar in Anaheim at the end of September. We're going to make it a barn burner because it's been 6 months since we've been able to do a seminar. So that'll be September, and then in October we're scheduled to come back to Pechanga Resort and Casino. Ho, 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 ho. You want to have a party? That is a party. That one is beyond, it's amazing. People go to a casino and they lose their minds. They lose their minds in real life. It's unbelievable. It's like, oh, I can't get back to my emails. I can't return texts. I'm in a casino. It's awesome. Okay?
Nothing more.
It is awesome. Okay. Gene was at the last one. He doesn't even remember because he was so drunk. It's fantastic. Okay? Yeah.
Oh
What the
my
heck,
God.
Gene? How come you haven't been to the seminar lately? What's up with that?
How come you remember?
I bring you up on stage, Gene, the title machine, and you don't show up. Okay. I don't know.
So how do you just go to your website and register?
Yeah, that's
the
it.
one you want to go to?
Yeah, you go to the website, you'll see all the seminars, click the one you want. That's it, you're in. It's a one-click process, everybody. So Gabriella and all the other curriculum members out there, just click the seminar you want and you are in.
And I already got an email back saying, thanks for getting in touch. So I will get my membership.
We
are
tired of being so good.
Right.
Still got my DRE license. I think I'll have to join that just to have a lifetime renewal. You know, I always get it current.
It's good.
Yeah.
Well, gee whiz, Dwayne. If you're at the seminar, Dwayne, not only are you going to renew your license, but if you're there, I'm bringing you up on stage and introducing you to 500 agents as a great mortgage lender. Not sure what that's going to do to your business, but it might be good.
You know, I'm going to do that then. If I go to one of your seminars, I would expect that. So thank you very much, Beef. I'm going to do it.
There you go.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Yeah,
that's great.
It's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
Very cool. Yeah.
I know Julian joined us a little bit late, and I know you may have missed a bit of this what Beef was talking about. Now, this is the thing. People never get tired of Beef. So next week we have Beef again. So for those of you who want to, Julian in particular who joined in late, you are very welcome to that. But everybody else is welcome for another event next week. But let's continue again. Whoever has questions and comments and all that.
Yeah. Anybody else have any questions?
I got to run, man. I got another appointment. But
Okay.
Beef, I really want to meet you in person. Even if my cousin's not there, I want to be a part of your seminar one of these days soon. And thank you again for the opportunity. What a great day today was. And I'm going to view this again. I just want to see it just because.
Beef is many times better in person.
A few jokes, have a few pointers.
Dwayne, my pleasure. It was great meeting you. I'm glad that you're Brian's cousin. And yeah, let's hook up at the seminar and have a beer. You look like a beer drinker, like myself.
I can probably handle one or two nowadays. I was a better drinker when I was 21 than I am now, but there's still a good flavor to
We
it.
all.
Thank you very much. You guys take it easy, man.
All
right. See you.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Gabby.
Have a great weekend. Stay
All
cool.
right.
Bye,
Okay,
everyone.
Thanks. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Beef.
You're
My
welcome.
pleasure.
All right. Thanks,
Good
Beef.
seeing
Good
you,
seeing you
Art.
again.
Good
All right,
seeing you
see
guys.
you too, Denise.
All right.
Enjoy yourself.